Nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa na'udzu billahi min syururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudhillalah wa man yudlil fala hadiyalah. Wa asyhadu anna la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarikalah. Wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Wa a'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Welcome to my channel Qsharebd. Qsharebd is a channel of sharing knowledge to understand Quran. First few lessons have been prepared in order to map inside our brain so that we can understand the area, the scope of Arabic grammar that we need to learn in order to understand the holy book Quran. Let's start with the first lessons. Lesson number 1. First, we will discuss very basic things about taskil. You know, this is called Dhamma, but in some region this is also called Pesh. This is single fathas or Jabr. This is Kasra or Jed. These three in Arabic is called Harkat. In English equivalent, we can say this is the short vowel in Arabic. We have also double Dhamma, double Fatha, double Kasra. These three are called Tanween. It is called Tanween because these three make a Nun sound at the end of the word. We have also Sukun, the dot on the top, and the Sadda like this. These two are called Sukun and Sadda. We have also long vowel in Arabic. Alif, Waw and Ya. These three are called long vowel. All of these things together are called taskil. So very basic things. I just remind you the taskil terminology. Now we will discuss about the word morphology. The morphology in Arabic is called sarf. Sarf is a very big study area. We will discuss very briefly because this is the brain mapping lessons. We will just get the concept of morphology. In Arabic, 95% of Arabic word consist of 3 letters. This is called root letter. 3 root letter or 3 base letter. The 3 root letter, any 3 root letter or base letter can be arranged in different way. In that case, the meaning also will be different. For example, these 3 root letter Kaf, Ta and Ba. These 3 letter can be arranged in 6 different ways. How? See, number 1, it can be arranged like first Kaf, second Ta, third Ba. It also can be arranged like Kaf, Ba and then Ta. It could be Ta, Qua or Ba, or it could be Ta, Ba, Qua, or it could be Ba, Qua, Ta or Ba, Ta, Ka. So this is the 6th way that we can arrange these 3 letters. Now, all this sequence arrangement cannot make the meaningful word. Here in this case, the first sequence of Ta and Ba can make a meaningful word. Other 5 may or may not. We will not discuss about this 5. We will discuss about the first one, Kaf, Ta and Ba. This sequence is important for us for the next few minutes. Now, with this Kata Ba, the sequence of letter, we need to know the harkat on the top of this letter or on the bottom of this letter. What will be the harkat on the top or bottom of this kaf, on this ta, and on this ba? We need to know this one. There are a few sequence of harkat as well, like it could be all fatha. Kaf can take fatha, ba can take fatha, and ta can take fatha. Fatha, fatha, fatha. Or it could be fatha, kasra, fatha. Or it could be fatha, dhamma, fatha. These are the three harkat sequence. The three base letter that we have take the sequence kaf, ta, and ba. This kaf, ta, and ba will fall any one of these three harkat sequence. It can fall under this first sequence ka, ta, ba, or it can be ka, ti, ba, or it can be ka, tu, ba. Any one of this sequence is true. So which one is true? The last one, no. The middle one also, no. So the first sequence is the correct sequence. It can make kataba. Kataba means he wrote. Now let's see one more example. These three root letter fa, ha, and mim. The sequence is correct. Now what will be the harkat sequence? Any one of these three. Either it could be fahama, or it could be fahima, or it could be fahuma. So which one is true? This or not? This or not? So middle one is the correct one. Fahima means to understand. Let's see one more example. The three letters kaf, ra, and mim. The sequence is okay. Now the harkat will be any one of these three sequence. It could be karama, it could be karima, or it could be karuma. Which one is true? This or not, this or not. So last one, karuma. Karuma means to be generous. If we notice, then we can see that the middle letter harkat is changeable. The middle letter can take fatha or kasra or dhamma. But the first and third letter always take fatha, fatha. So the middle harkat is variable and the first and third harkat is fixed. By this method, the three base letter sequence and the harkat sequence, we can make this word kataba, fahima, karuma. This is the word of past tense verb. In this method, the word that we can develop is the past tense verb. It means he wrote. The he here is inbuilt within this verb. He wrote. It is not she wrote. It is not we wrote, you wrote, they wrote. It is only he wrote. So this is very important because this is the first word that we can derive from this three root letter. This is the journey of the word. For example, this kataba is the journey of kataba, kafta, and ba. From these three words, we develop this first word. And from this first word, we can make many other words. By this method, we can develop the first form of the verb where the subject he is inbuilt within this verb. Now let's go little bit deeper. This is the kataba, kafta, and ba, and we will put the harkat sequence. We know this is all fatha, fatha, fatha. Apart from this letter sequence and harkat sequence, we can also put some extra letter in between this base letter. and in that case the meaning will be changed, the different words will be created. We also can put prefix or suffix, and then in that case the different type of words will be created. So this is the structure of forming Arabic word from the base 3 root letter. For example, the kitabun. Here the alif has been inserted in between second and third letter. The kitabun means a book. Kataba, this all are fata fata fata. This is the base word, the first word of this root letter. Kataba means he wrote. We can see the sukun on the top on the first letter and fata fata on the second and third letter. And we can put ma as a prefix and ta marbuta as a suffix. And we will get maktabatu. Maktabatun means maktab, means school or madrasa, the place of doing something. We can see ka, ta and sukun on the ba, third letter, and if we put tu as a suffix, we will have katabtu. Katabtu means I wrote. Similarly, we can write we wrote, you wrote, they wrote, etc. There are 14 pronouns in Arabic, so we can make 14 words similarly. We can write sukun on the first letter and dhamma on the second and third letter, and put hamza as the prefix, and we will have aktubu. Aktubu means I write. Is the present tense verb. So similarly, we can write we write, you write, he writes, etc. There are 14 pronouns, we can make 14 words. We can write katibun, the alif in between the first and second letter. The katibuns mean writer, the one who do the job. Katibun. We can write katibun. Here the ya has been inserted in between second and third base letter. It is a adjective form of the verb. Katibun means leaflet, booklet, etc. We can write maktubun, the meme at the beginning and wow in between second and third base letter. The maktubun means written. It is the past participle verb. We can write kitabatun. The alif has been inserted in between second and third, and ta marbuta at the last as a suffix. Kitabatun means writing. It is a verbal noun. Writing is a good work. Here writing is a noun. In Arabic, this is called masdar. Masdar is a very important topic. We will discuss in our upcoming lessons, inshallah. These are the different way that we can make different words from these three base letter kaf, ta and ba. The kaf, ta and ba, the first word is kataba, means he wrote, and all other words related to something writing. I wrote, you wrote, the maktubatun means madrasa, kitabun, katibun. So all are related to writing. Whenever you see a three base root letter, if you know any of the words meaning, then you can guess the meaning of other words forming of this three base root letter. Because three base root letter, wherever it is used with the combination of other words as a suffix, prefix, the core meaning will remain same. So let's see one more example. In sin, lam and mim, With these three base root letter, we can make salama. Salama means to make peace or to surrender. You can ask why the to make peace and to surrender is same. Yes, it is same because whenever you surrender, only then the peace is established. So this is the three root letters sin and lam and mim. We can see other words from these three base letter in like this in aslama. Aslama means to surrender completely. The verb form 4. We will discuss later. We can see this three letter in Islam. Islamun or Islam. It means submission. It is a verbal noun also. Surrender. The actual meaning is submission to the will of God. This is Islam. We can see these three root letter in Muslim. Muslim means one who surrenders or one who follows Islam. We can also see the three letter in Assalamu alaikum, peace be on you. The Assalamu alaikum also have the sin, lam and mim. We can see the three letter in this sentence, Dakhala fis silmi, he entered into the Islam. So you see, this is the concept that from any three root letter, we can make different words by adding some extra letter, by changing the harkat, and the core meaning will remain same for all the cases. Now we will discuss about a very important topic, the state of the word. What is the state of the word? The last harkat, last letter harkat of any word indicate the state of that word. For example, Muslim. Here the last letter is mim, but here there is no harkat on top or bottom of this mim. That means in this condition, this word has no state. It has no state. But this word Muslim, the last letter mim, can take dhamma or double dhamma. If it takes so, then it is called a state of rafa. And the word itself is called marfu or subject. And the case is nominative case, like Muslimun or Muslimu. It can also take fatha or double fatha. If so, then it is called a state of nasab. And the word itself is called mansub, object. And the case is accusative case, like Musliman or Muslima. It also can take kasra or double kasra. If so, then it is called a state of jar. And the word itself is called majroor, possessiveness. Case is native case, like Muslimin or Muslimi. It can also take sukun on the top of the last letter. In that case, it is called a state of jazm. And the word itself is called majjum. Like from kataba, it could be translated to uktub. The last letter is sukun. It happened only for the verb, so we will discuss it later. It can take nothing on the top. In that case, it has no state, like the Muslim. So in Arabic, in isolated condition, the word has no state. The word has a state only when the word needs to enter into the sentence. Whenever the word want to start into the sentence, then according to the sentence, the word can take dhamma or fatha or kasra or sukun. Accordingly, the state will be called the rafa, nasab, jar or jazm. And the word itself will be called marfu, subject, mansub object, mazrur possessiveness, and mazzum. And the case will be nominative case, accusative case, genitive case. These are the 4 or 5 state of any word. This is very important terminology, the state of the words, the rafa, nasab, jar, and majum, marfu, mansub, majjur, and majum. This terminology will be required in our upcoming lessons. So far we have discussed in today's lessons the sequence of alphabet that need to know to have a meaningful words. Any 3 base root letter, we have to arrange a specific order. The sequence of harkat, we need to know the sequence of harkat as well. And then we have discussed the morphology, the structure of forming Arabic word. And finally, we have discussed the state of the word. So these are the 4 or 5 state. So this is the end of our first brain mapping lesson. Thank you for watching.